Holy fuck!
Oh my God! Oh my God! Jesus fucking Christ!
I'm scared.
Greetings world. We are unknown. Hello Luke Rodgowski. Hello Sabrina Rivera. A few days ago, while chatting away in a conversation pertaining wearechange.org, your names became the darkest part of the topic. Matter of fact, some of the issues brought up were then researched and are still being investigated by unknown. A story has been brought to our attention about a man named Dan Wallace. Upon further investigation, we have learned that Luke is in fact not the original founder of wearechange.org. But Luke remains to take credit for what his old friend Dan started. Dan Wallace, a 23-year-old whose father, a firefighter, was in one of the World Trade Center towers on September 11, 2001. He had been trapped in an elevator. As Dan had been making a speech, he stated that they were given an opportunity to hear the radio broadcasts of the firemen on 9/11. His dad called out over the radio expressing that he was trapped, but he was going to try to hack his way out. Unfortunately, his dad never did make it home that day. With that on his plate, like most of us, he seemed to reject the government's narrative of what happened that September 11. Dan was an ardent activist who showed no fear when confronted by police at street actions at WTC Building 7 and at the New York Stock Exchange. Dan was an eloquent speaker, both on videos of the street actions.
We're down here every Saturday at the World Trade Center Pass Station, trying to get the truth out there. That's what this country's about. Truth. It's America. Freedom of speech.
I'm sure he was, but
He came here on his first day back to work after summer relief, after having a hernia operation. He came here on his first day back to work. He came and died for his country. Now, a true patriot will defend his country against any enemy, foreign or domestic. So, that's all I'm asking. Just look at the evidence, please.
Videos of the street actions and at St. Mark's Church, where he gave a moving oration before a packed crowd in a Sunday night presentation.
My father was a firefighter, came from a family of firefighters. My grandfather was a firefighter. His father was a firefighter, so it basically runs in my family. My brother's actually going to be a firefighter. So my father loved his job. There's nothing more in the world, except for probably his family. He loved his job to death. He would not do anything other than that. Ever since that day, I believed the official story for all about 2 minutes, and I always had my questions. My family had their questions, and the government sent us the 9/11 commission, or I should say omissions, really. But they sent us that, and I read the whole thing. And as I'm reading the whole thing, it was just incredible that the lies in this book. It's like, I don't remember how many pages. It's like 1,000 pages, something like that. But it's short or long, whatever. But it hurt me to read this book. And then I researched it on the internet, and I noticed the little squibs coming out of the building as they're coming down, because I seen it a million times as everybody else did. So a friend of mine actually gave me a loose change, and I seen that, and I was amazed. I was so amazed when I seen it. I seriously broke down. I didn't sleep that night. I was just insanely distraught about it. And so I joined this group, the 9/11 Truth, and then I went to the Truth Rally in Cooper, Great Hall, Cooper Union, September 10th. I've been down to the Trade Center every year with my family. This year I was with my other family, and it felt better than anything I've ever felt before. The truth, to actually be out there and know that I'm fighting for something that's right and something that's that's American, because that is the American way. My father was a true patriot. My father hung up the flag every day and took it down every night. My father was a true patriot, and I will follow in his footsteps. And I try so hard. I'm going to try till the death of me to get him justice. Not only him, the 3,000 others that died too. When I go down to the Trade Center, I don't start crying until I actually see other families.
He demanded answers as he started an organization that still runs today, We Are Change. WeAreChange.org is now ran by a shill named Luke Rudkowski. Luke was a friend of Dan's, at least before Dan was found dead on the morning of Monday, January 29, 2007. Son of Lieutenant Robert Wallace, Dan's intent to bring truth to a community of people who needed it, but has nearly gone uncredited. As Luke took to Facebook to describe his feelings, he wrote, "We carry on the fight in the memory of Dan Wallace. He is in our hearts now, as his dad has been in our hearts already. We continue the mission that Dan felt so strongly about, to strive to expose the truth of 9/11. And to bring the real 9/11 criminals to justice. Dan, you are with us, we'll never forget you, and we promise to make you proud." Today, if you look at the We Are Change website and the surrounding properties of the We Are Change organization, there is no mention of a Dan Wallace. People working for We Are Change seem to not even know he existed. Sabrina Rivera, Dan's girlfriend at the time of his death, according to reports, had a long 2-year relationship with Luke after Dan had passed away. It also seems she did not even wait to enter into this relationship with Luke even when Dan was still alive, according to reports. Isn't this a problem? Luke Rudkowski is now an American investigative journalist, activist, and conspiracy theorist who now owns and operates a large not-for-profit organization started by Dan. Dated December 10, 2012 was an indictment that accused Rudkowski of fraud for under false pretenses, collecting money from individuals who were led to believe that the donations were going to be allocated towards the 9/11 first responders' medical expenses as well as the equipment expenses for We Are Change. Back in March 2009, Luke and 2 others were arrested for attempting to question Mayor Michael Bloomberg. Luke set up a chip-in to pay for the legal costs for all 3 people. However, it quickly changed to just be the Luke Legal Defense Fund. According to the chip-in widget, Luke was able to raise $4,241.55. On the New York State Court Unified Court System, a search for Lucas Rudkowski brings up another serious question. If Lucas was able to raise $4,000 for the Legal Defense Fund, why does he have a legal aid lawyer? What has he done with the money he raised for a lawyer? On December of 2009, in a Facebook status post, Luke Rudkowski's ex-girlfriend, Sabrina Rivera, speaks out on his exploitation of the late Dan Wallace. In the status updates, Sabrina also went on to explain that Luke used Dan Wallace's name for his own fame and still has his belongings. In actuality, the real founder of We Are Change is Dan Wallace, stated the author of a post written on Cryptome.org under the name Spartacus at Reborn.com. Luke Rudkowski routed all donations totaling over $85,000, according to the Chip-in Flash application Gauge, to his private bank account. Proof has been located in the indictment filed in the state of New York, where you can see he was also paying college tuition at Brooklyn College. Luke Rudkowski withdrew $20,000 from We Are Change's PayPal account. It is interesting to see that We Are Change stopped using the Chip-in app, which showed how much was collected and a description of purpose of the donation. They have replaced it with a non-transparent PayPal payment button. In a post on his website WeAreChange.org, he stated, "All expenditures will be presented to the group with statements presented on the first meeting of every month detailing expenses and money accrued." www.wearechange.org web link. At this time investigating this claim, there are no such records present. Where does the money go? It seems he has made a trip on business to Mexico to report a story as of late. In a video on YouTube he even mocks what he calls trolls as he flaunts stacks of notes in the video, basically acting on the claims that he is a fake news reporter and money thief. A statement made by members state that We Are Change New York has allowed Luke Rudkowski to become a dictator and allowed him to overrule democratically voted will of the members of We Are Change. This breaks the rule in the code of conduct that this is a leaderless movement. The Crotch Shot radio show has obtained Luke's financial records from Dallas Carter. The only deposits came from the We Are Change PayPal account. This is the money supporters donated going into his private bank account, where he paid for personal things, like college tuition. Is this the kind of truth the Truth Movement supports? Does the Truth Movement support Freemasonic entities like Craig Fitzgerald? It has been evident that Luke Rudkowski does not mind having associations with people like Craig Fitzgerald. Yet people like Craig Fitzgerald in the truth community provide 25% truth and 75% distorted information. They make you build lies, and then once they have gained your trust, take you off in the wrong direction. Dividing the movement.
How Saudi Arabia, the United States, did 9/11. The proof is in the documents.
Dividing the movement to make it vulnerable for more of their control. These shills are extremely dangerous to the cause. They keep us contained in large disinfo nets to contain, diffuse, suppress and dissolve the truth. They keep potential truthers from looking at the real agenda, the real enemies, and all the time they are helping the elite to kill time and therefore kill us. Precious time we don't have. With that being said, join us as we emerge from a shadowy darkness to hold them accountable. We are change. We are starting today holding you accountable for not only being thieves, but tyrants to those who speak out against you. Remember the We Are Change from Oshkosh. The chapter you removed from every part of We Are Change after you discovered they were publishing information regarding all of these issues? We represent them, the Truth Movement, and above all Dan Wallace. We are starting a project that will take down each one of your chapter's websites until they choose to publicize against you and stand for Dan Wallace. Unknown will deliver. Do not overlook. Do not disbelieve. Do not misunderstand. Be afraid. And as always, expect us.